When working with PDFs, there are times where you'd like to actually take someone else's file or your file and somehow mark it up to tell people that things need to be changed or edited or corrected, etc. Using the review and comment tools, we can do that. By choosing review and comment up in the menus, we have what's called the comment and markup toolbar. By choosing that, it allows us to see a single unified toolbar. Now in the past this was two separate toolbars. We have things from sticky notes to highlighting all the way down to being able to draw circles and squares and working with pencils. Okay? These all have different specific purposes. Now, a lot of people use the sticky notes. By clicking sticky note and coming out to the page, clicking on the page, this allows us to put a placeholder on the page and points to a sticky note. The sticky note can have just about anything you want inside of there. So suppose we need to say, update color or something like that. Even if I misspell something, as you can see in here, it's going to do a spell check for me. If I right click, it's going to say, let's try update. There we go. Now let me get rid of the rest of this. The login information right here, you're going to see admin 1. The notes are associated with your login. Now you can move these at any time. This little placeholder can go anywhere. These sticky notes do not have to stay open as well. I close the little sticky note. These can be deleted pretty easily by clicking and hitting delete, and they'll be gone off the page. Now those are some pretty simple notes. We also have text edits. By clicking on text edits, it'll bring up a dialog saying, here's how they work. After reviewing the different types of text edits that you can indicate, such as inserting text and deleting text, and clicking OK, you can select text on the page. And simply by hitting delete or starting to type, a sticky note will appear. This allows you to actually type in the text edit that needs to be made. This can indicate to other people what's supposed to be happening on the page. It'll also place the correct marks on the page, indicating where these changes need to take place. We also have stamps. Stamps allow us to place things like dynamic, revised, reviews, received. These are all things that come with Acrobat. You also have your typical signature stamps, like those little sticky things you can put out, and standard business, like draft and final. Suppose I want to indicate that this is the final version. If I go through and actually choose final, it's going to ask me for just a little bit of information here. So I'll type in some information. I even know how to spell my name. Look at that. And once I go through and click complete, it's going to go through and let me set the stamp out there. I can resize it. New in Acrobat 8, what I can do, I'll see a little knob up here. I can actually resize as well as rotate the object. So this allows me to actually rotate the stamp so it doesn't quite look like part of the page. Stamps, you can also create custom stamps. It's almost as simple as picking an image, a lot of different file formats, and choosing it and saying, let's make a stamp out of it. You can go through and highlight objects using the highlighter. Highlighter tool will allow me to just literally say, let's select this area right here, highlight it, and by double clicking I can actually place a note on that content. Now, there are tools on the toolbar here that aren't showing up. By right clicking or control clicking on Mac, you can see that you can actually edit the toolbar, which is brand new in Acrobat 8. This allows me to add other tools to the toolbar that I might want to use. Now let me get rid of a couple of these tools out here, these stamps. Let's say the highlight right here, I'll get rid of some of these. Now we also have the drawing markup toolbars. The drawing markups allow us to do things like call out areas. This is great for working with drawings. If you're an engineer, that sort of thing. You can click and drag and actually place a dialog or a box out here that will specifically point to a certain area. So I can say, update logo once again. Now, we can change the content. You can actually go out and if I come out here and actually click on the arrow here, it allows me to change the size, the shape, etc. I can move this content. I can literally grab the features out here, move the arrows. As I move the box out here, it also updates where the arrow points now. A little bit more fluid from previous versions. So we have the call out tool. We also have the cloud tool, which is a simple tool for being able to show markups on engineering documents. The cloud tool has been changed and updated so that you can see a preview as you click around, and you can also see where you need to end. There's a big box that shows up. Once I click, I place the cloud. By double clicking, I get a note attached, and I can associate the note. All of our drawing markups allow us to go out and either draw circles. Using the pencil, you can just circle objects, etc. Just ways to indicate comments. Now, once you start drawing and marking up, one of the last things here, lower left, we have the comments pane. This allows us to see all the comments on the page. You can go through and click on them, and it will highlight them on the page if you can see it out there. You can sort them, you can print them, you can search them, summarize them, all sorts of things we can do with the comments out here. So comments are allowing us to be able to actually indicate something on the document. Now you can make it so that somebody else could, in Reader, create these comments. You can also make it so that if you want to send this off to someone so that they comment on it, we have review and comment workflows. There are several different types we can use, and we'll mention those in the next movies. These are different ways to work with your comment tools within Acrobat.